Make it 12 past 8. 12 minutes past 8 at KY. The rain continues. A light little spring rain. The kind that makes the worms come up out of the ground. And the birds are waiting for them.
When you wish on a star for a wine so fine it's best by far, blessed with more of all that's good, that's when you surely should say, Manischewitz, Manischewitz wine, it's divine. What those magic words can do, a taste premium quality flavor in Manischewitz. Try a glass or two, and then, oh, Manischewitz, your wish come true.
Yes, taste the delicious premium quality flavor difference in Manischewitz wines. And if you like fruit wines, you like 100% pure Manischewitz blackberry wine even more. Manischewitz Wine Company, New York.
Somebody wrote me a letter. I was talking about Great Lakes Naval Training Center the other day, and a sailor wrote in and said, don't talk about that. Don't remind the sailors of that horrible 9 weeks of training. 9 weeks? I went through 13 weeks. You guys have got it easy these days. Well, 60. That's an old joke. When you're in the service, there's always somebody comes up to you and says, it's not like it was in the old days. We had to march through the snow barefoot for 80 miles with a 422-pound pack on our back. The Crimean War. That was the tough one. You youngsters don't know. So you youngsters don't know what it's like to go through 13 weeks, boy. 14 past 8 o'clock.
Took a walking past your house late last night. The shades were cold and warm. Way down tired, within the dim light gas. Two silhouettes on the shade. Oh, what a lovely couple they made. Put his arms around your waist, held you tight. Kisses I could almost taste. In the night, wondered why I'm not the guy whose silhouettes on the shade I could hide. You tears in my eyes. To my shop, you're on the wrong block. Rush down to your house with wings on my feet. Loved you like I never loved. You're my sweet. Thought that you and I would be two silhouettes on the shade all of our days. Two silhouettes on the shade.
KY temperature 52 degrees. Good morning, Lamar Sherlock reporting for your Bay Area Rambler Man. The big change in Ramblers will change your mind about cars. In court action reported to KYA here in San Francisco, 54-year-old Mrs. Beatrice Clark, former assistant treasurer of the San Francisco Savings and Loan Association, has been sentenced to a 6-month jail term after being convicted of stealing $30,000 from savings accounts. A Wairika court has acquitted a truck driver and truck owner of manslaughter charges in connection with an accident that killed 2 persons last summer. They are 31-year-old Edward Campbell of Long Beach and 53-year-old John Giesbeck of Corning. The Tehama County DA says he will seek a 3rd trial for Dr. Irving Cooper on a charge of attempted murder. The Corning physician's 2nd trial ended in a hung jury, as did the 1st. Dr. Cooper, accused of shooting and wounding Everett Babb last June in a fight over the attentions of Babb's estranged wife. And in Sacramento, a 26-year-old Canadian pilot, Roy Travis, arrested when $150,000 worth of heroin was found in a plane he flew into Yuba City, will be sentenced April 27 on a charge of possession of narcotics. I'll have more news in a moment. Announcing a new and revolutionary way to buy a used car. It's guaranteed to eliminate used car jitters, that nervous affliction we most all get trying to buy a used car as good as we hoped it would be. This new wonder drug in the used car world is called Select Used Cars. Only Rambler men sell them. Every Select used car, whatever the make, model, or style, has a Rambler Select retail price and information sticker right on the window. Just like on a new car, the Select sticker tells you the complete story. It gives you the make, the model, the year, the size of engine, transmission, accessories, and extras. And best of all, it tells you the price. When you shop the Rambler Select used car way, there's no confusion, no double talk, no mystery about what you're getting, and no used car jitters. Also, you have the assurance that your Select used car has had a 12-point service check on everything from engine condition to spare tire. To get used car relief fast, see your Rambler man. Rambler men are everywhere selling Rambler Select used cars. The San Francisco Port Authority meeting today to consider a proposal to construct an airport for private planes on state land next to Isleas Creek. The proposed 145-acre airfield would lie inside a dike that was built in connection with the Army Street Terminal. Hamilton Air Force Base tells KYA News there will be increased air activity over the Bay Area today during 2 air training exercises. F-101 Voodoo fighter interceptors will take part today in Exercise Turkey Shoot and tomorrow in Exercise Hopi Chief 4. There will be no suspension of normal civil air traffic. Minneapolis is President Johnson's second stop today on a tour of the Midwest to inspect damage caused by recent tornadoes and floods. The chief executive was at South Bend, Indiana this morning, where officials have counted 4 dead, 40 injured, and 75 homes destroyed. Mr. Johnson, who's accompanied by top federal officials, has promised federal aid to the disaster areas. Meanwhile, the Mississippi River has reached a crest 13 feet above flood stage in the St. Paul area, making it the worst flood on record. 600 persons have been forced from their homes. The floodwaters cover the downtown St. Paul airport and the Union Station. More of the G. Nelson Show in a moment.
KYA weather.
Occasional rain through tomorrow, high today 55 to 60, and low tonight 48 to 52. Southerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. It's 52 now in San Francisco, Oakland 51, San Rafael 52, and San Jose 54. Reporting for your Bay Area Rambler man, the big change in Ramblers will change your mind about cars. Lamar Sherlock, KYA News.
You are listening to Radio KYA, the first word in news, the last word in music.
Yes, 19 and a half past 8 o'clock on the Emperor G. Nelson Show. Good morning. It's raining. Believe me, it's raining.
Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Girls as sharp as her are something rare. It's sad, she doesn't love me now. She's made it clear enough, it ain't no good to find. She wants to return those things I bought her. Tell her she can keep them just the same. Things have changed. She doesn't love me now. She's made it clear enough, it ain't no good to find. Walking about, even in a crowd, well, you pick her out. Makes a bloke feel so proud if she finds that I've been round to see you. Tell her that I'm well and feeling fine. Don't let on. Don't say she's broke my heart. I go down on my knees, but it's no good to find. Walking about, even in a crowd, though, you pick her out. Makes a bloke feel so proud if she finds that I've been round to see you. Tell her that I'm well and feeling fine. Don't let on. Don't say she broke my heart. I go down on my knees, but it's no good to find. Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter.
Miss Brown, you got a lovely daughter. No doubt about that. Herman's Hermits at 22 past 8 on KY on the Emperor Gene Nelson Show. Christopher Todd has discovered something about the new house that had not occurred to his parents, but little children find out a lot of things that don't occur to their parents. I was just talking to my wife. When we lived in the apartment, his crib, it's on little wheels, and his crib was on a rug in his room in the apartment. Only in the new house, it's on a hardwood floor. And he discovered when he woke up this morning that if he would push against the wall, then the crib would roll like a little car. So my wife said she heard him pushing and rolling and giggling and then pushing and rolling and giggling. And then finally there was nothing happening anymore. He had gotten too far away from the wall and he couldn't push anymore. Then she heard him grunting and groaning, trying to inch the crib back close enough to the wall to push it again. And finally he got close enough and there's the rolling again. So you see, little boys discover wonderful things about new houses.
Western people are busy people, they're always going somewhere.
Working, playing, or simply staying outdoors, enjoying the air.
Busy Westerners on the go. Go for Chevron, the busy car gasoline, with better volatility to burn more efficiently. So busy cars achieve full power faster than with other gasolines. And Chevron comes in 3 grades. Custom for superpower cars, highest quality gasoline in the West. Chevron Supreme for cars that need a premium grade. And Chevron for cars that run on regular. Standard is the only major oil company in the West to offer 3 grades of
The busy car.
Busy car gasoline.
Stop at the sign of the Chevron. The Chevron, above all, means service. Chevron dealers, Standard Station.
Also, in Christopher's room, there's a couple of windows in there. My wife thought it would be a good idea if we took the bassinet and put it by one of the windows, because that's where we change them. We lay them on the bassinet and change them. Well, I said, it'll be really great because he'll be interested in being able to look out the window and see the trees. And I said, I don't know, dear, if it's a good idea to put it close to the window where he can reach it. She said, fine. So she only changed him on it once last night, once. It took him about 4 seconds to discover how you open the window, and he did. And this is on the second story now. There's no screen or anything. Opened the window and hung his head out and said, look at there, Mom, the ground's down there.
Attention, please.
Isn't that wonderful?
KYA Deluxe Airways now boarding for Richmond, El Cerrito, and Albany at gate 1260.
So I have a feeling, we got his room squared away yesterday, but I have a feeling when I get home today, we're going to have to rearrange the furniture in Christopher Todd's room to make the room what we call Christopher-proof. 25 past 8 o'clock. James Clark, bye,
Never 21, we're on a rock and roll dance, have another and it was not 32, there's nothing I try to do than dance with you. One minute on the rockin', one minute on the rockin', roll until the break of dawn. And it was at 43, and at the time I spent, she spent with me, we rolled. Well, we beat on the rockin', well, we beat on the rockin', roll until the break of dawn. When I looked at my watch and it was 9:54, I said, that fella really could go, go, go. We rolled. Well, we beat on the rockin', well, we beat on the rockin', roll until the break of dawn. And it was 10:26, I gotta keep on dancing till I get my kick. We roll. Oh, we beat on the rockin'. Oh, we beat on the rockin', roll until the break of dawn. I looked at my watch and it was 10:05. I mean, I didn't know if I was dead or alive. We roll. We beat on the rockin'. Oh, we beat on the rockin', roll until the break of dawn. My watch and it was 10:29. I had to hold her hand, she was still holding mine on the road. Feeling on the rockin', we're feeling on the rockin', roll until the break of dawn. I looked at my watch and to my surprise, I was dancing with a woman that was right my road. Feeling on the rockin', we're feeling on the rockin', roll until the break of dawn. it's time to go. My body let us say we ain't playing no more. We're rolling. We're feeling like rock and roll to the break of dawn.
Dave Clark 5, that's reeling and rocking. And a woman just called me up on the phone, Operator 100, who's called us before. She wanted to discuss rock and roll, and I'm going to as soon as I get this next commercial on. I like that record very much, and I think I like it because that's the 1954-55 rock and roll sound in the early days. Some of the early Chuck Berry records and some of the stuff that Elvis was doing, and even Pat Boone back then had that kind of a beat. I like that. It's 28 past 8 KYA time.
Here at Los Angeles Music Center, the Horace Green Harp recital may have to be postponed once again. Horace still has not arrived. Oh, there he is, in the parking lot, getting out of a Mustang. Now he's trying to get through a crowd of screaming females. He seems to have forgotten his harp, but he does have bongos. He's getting closer. He's going to make it. What's that I see on his jacket? Horace Wink's Musical Mustangers.
You said it, baby. Join the Mustangers at your Ford dealers.
Horace, you got a new car. Now you have to do something about that voice.
A World's Fair for Teenagers, a KYA exclusive at the San Mateo County Fairgrounds now. Yamaha and Suzuki sports cycles, Channel Master transistor radios, TVs, and tape recorders given away daily at the KYA Sweepstakes. Every day from noon to midnight, the 1965 Teenage Fair. See you there.
All right, 29 minutes past 8 o'clock of the Emperor G. Nelson Show. Let me turn a couple of pages here quickly and tell you that United Airlines cut 727 jet commuter fares to just $18.50. You can choose from 18 commuter flights a day to Los Angeles, all 727 jets. That's not right. $18.50. It's $13.50. Positive it's $13.50. Let me put a circle around. I'll double check. $13.50. I'll say that with certainty. Somebody goofed back in the department. Here's your KYA Sports Scoreboard of the half hour. Last night of the NBA playoffs, Philadelphia beat Boston. So now Philadelphia plays at Boston tomorrow night to determine which team will meet L.A. in the NBA Association Playoffs Finals. Los Angeles reached the finals last night by beating Baltimore 117-115. I'd love to see Philly get into the finals. Boston's been there so much over so many years, but I don't know. They're going to be playing at Boston Gardens, and nobody beats Boston in Boston. In baseball, the Giants lost their second game of the season, 5-2 to Pittsburgh last night. We out-hit them, and Willie Mays got a home run and a single, but it wasn't enough. And Jack Sanford pitched 6 innings. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't overly impressive either. And I think that's about the state of sports. Yeah, I don't see anything else here. Go Giants!
KYA Radio 1260.
KY, AM and FM San Francisco. Here's something new in a big name button. I thought I'd seen everything. You know, the buttons that you wear that say, oh, you kid, and kiss me quick. Here's a big name button that says, hey, everybody, look at me. 29 and a half before 9 of the Emperor G. Nelson Show. Good morning.
It's a long, long journey.
another you. Those are the Seekers at 27 before 9 at KY. No cash card winner this hour. Wayne Evans of 505 Panchita Way in Los Altos gets a losing tweet on the Audubon bird tweeter with slightly dampened feathers this morning. And Wayne missed out on, what did you miss out on, Wayne? $120. So now there's $125 in the jackpot. Is that right? $125 in the jackpot? No, there was $115, and now there's $120 in the jackpot. And I'll call another number between 9 and 10. I'll also double-check my figures. I don't know where I am.
Hey, listen to Bill Hickok.
Thank you, Maxine. If you're young or young at heart and love fun living, you'll want to live at the new Harbor Vista Apartments in Marin. This beautiful complex was designed expressly for young marrieds and single guys and dolls. Harbor Vista Apartments on Strawberry Hill have magnificent views of the water and Marin Hills and everything but everything to make for complete fun living, all the way from a furnished recreation room at poolside for parties to the apartments that have wood paneling, beam ceilings, terraces, and the very latest in modern conveniences. See Harbor Vista Apartments today, and you'll be convinced that this is where you'll want to live. Take Strawberry exit from 101 in Mill Valley, follow the signs, then up the hill to Harbor Vista Apartments.
Best of all, rents are modest to fit the young budget. $145 up.
Thank you very much. It's 25 and a half before 9 o'clock. Remember, the name is Harbor Vista. And I want to point that out because that guy is a New Yorker who does a commercial, and he always says Harbor Vista. And the people get confused. Harbor Vista. Hey, if you move out there, I can see you from my new house, Harbor Vista. We can get a view of that, and you can get a view of me. We'll sit and look at each other through binoculars like we used to with the girl across the street. You'll be interested to know, I think, the girl across the street in the apartment across the street, she moved. Everything's gone. Furniture, her little round mirror, all of her makeup equipment, all 583 pounds of it, and all 223 pounds of her. It's gone. And Lamar Sherlock is down in the dumps this morning. He's back in Action Central, filling out his resignation.
On KYA, it's time to play
The name game.
It's the only thing he lived for. I mean, none of us make a living wage around here, but there are fringe benefits that make the job very interesting. And that was one of Lamar Sherlock's most important fringe benefits, and now it's all over for him. He used to come in every morning and say, "Where is she? Where is she?" But now he just came in this morning crying. For a chance to win $12.60, call me now at Garfield 866-29, 24 before 9. I suspected she'd move someday, but I thought when she did, she'd probably move with Lamar.
369, the goose drank wine, the monkey chewed tobacco on the streetcar line, the line broke, the monkey got choked, they all went to heaven in a little rowboat. Clap, 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 clap your hand, patting on your partner's hand, right hand. Clap, clap, clap your hand, cross it with your left arm, pat your partner's left palm. Clap, clap, clap your hand, pat your partner's right palm with your right palm again. Clap, clap, clap your hand, slap your thigh, and sing a little song. Go. My mother told me if I was good, that she would buy me a rubber dolly. My auntie told her I kissed the soldier. Now she won't buy me a rubber dolly. 369, the goose drank wine, the monkey threw the tobacco on the streetcar line, the line broke, the monkey got choked, and they all went to heaven in a little rowboat. Clap, clap, clap your hands and prepare to pat. Clap, take your right arm, pat your partner's right palm with your right palm. Clap, take your hand back and clap. Clap, take your right arm, cross your right arm with your left arm, pat your partner's left palm with your left palm. Clap, take your hand back and clap. Clap, take your right arm, cross your left arm, pat your partner's right palm with your right palm. Clap, now back with the clap. Clap, take the pats of your palms and slap your thighs and watch the fun materialize as you sing this little song. My mother told me if I was good, that she would buy me a rubber dolly. My auntie told her I kissed the soldier.
song. That's Shirley Ellis at 21.5 before 9 at Radio KY. Just in case there's any doubt in anybody's mind, I had a United Airlines commercial a while ago, and there was a typographical error on the price of their 727 jets to L.A. The typographical error said $18.50, but it's like I thought. $13.50 is the price. Just to make sure everybody's squared away on that, and to make sure that United Airlines won't call, chew on our poor little girls back in the commercial department. They have a hard time back there. You have to understand that. I mean, how would you like to have 3 girls in an office the size of a telephone booth? Those are tough working conditions.
General Motors engineers make miserable weather with the flip of a switch. That switch starts a tornado. And a GM car gets the full charge of 100-mile-an-hour winds. A twist of a dial and humidity soars to a stifling 95%. Wow. A turn of the knob and a GM car gets the heat treatment from banks of solar lamps. The temperature, 125 degrees. Oh, boy. Engines, radiators, air conditioning, tested under extreme conditions. GM engineers control the climate for as long as it takes to test the car. Indoor weather testing. One of the hundreds of General Motors tests that go on all around the clock, all around the calendar, all around the country, all around the car. Is a weather-tested car worth it? It is to you when you buy a new Chevrolet, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, Buick, or Cadillac, and all the years you drive it. General Motors cars are proved all around.
President Rod just came up with a great idea for a cartoon, where they're subjecting the car to all of this stuff, the tornado and the heat and all that stuff, having the car just melting down to a lump and having a guy look at it and say, oh, well, back to the old drawing board. Well, now, it's time to play the name game. I've got Ricky LaRoche, 67 Miramar Avenue, San Francisco on the line. Ricky, what disc jockey do you want to pick?
Jim Washburn.
Emperor G. Nelson, Jim Washburn, Bobby Mitchell, Big Daddy Tom Donahue, Tommy Saunders, Russ the Moose Syracuse, Tommy Saunders.
Sorry, Ricky, but better luck to you next time. And thanks for calling. Bye-bye. I think Ricky got a little stage fright because a lot of times when people call up on the phone, what I want to get, first of all, is their name and address, and then when we play the game, I'll find out what disc jockey they want to pick. When I answered the phone, he started by saying, Jim Washburn, Jim Washburn, Jim Washburn. I said, okay, well, hold on, until we play the game. Jim Washburn. Then when he knew he was on the air, he went, bah, ah, bah. It's all right, Rick. It happens to all of us. Me more than most. 19 before 9, the unit 4 plus 2.
You to me are sweet as roses in the morning. You to me are soft as summer rain that don't dim up the shade. That's something there. The sidewalks in the street, the concrete and the clay beneath my feet begins to crumble. But love will never die, because we'll see the mountains tumble before we say goodbye. My love and I will be in love eternally. That's the way it's meant to be. All around I see the purple shades of evening. All around shadows fall once again on my arms so tenderly. The sidewalks in the street, the concrete and the clay beneath my feet begins to crumble. But love will never die, because we'll see the mountains tumble before we say goodbye. My love and I will be in love eternally. And that's the way it's meant to be. Sidewalks in the street, the concrete and the clay beneath my feet begins to crumble. But love will never die, because we'll see the mountains tumble before we say goodbye. My love and I will be in love eternally. That's the way it's meant to be. That's the way it's meant to be. Oh, that's the way it's meant to be. That's the way.
I like that. Unit 4 plus 2. A little folk, a little calypso, a little rock, a little bit of everything there. Concrete and clay. It's another British import jobby-do. It's 17 before 9, KYA time. For many years in this country, there's been a big kick about buying imported things. You ever notice that? And I don't know why, but you'll see clothing in a clothing store, and it says imported from Austria and so on, which would seem to indicate that if people really go for that, that we feel there are better clothes made in Austria than there are in the United States, which doesn't say a heck of a lot for our workmanship if people really believe that. It's not necessarily true, not all of the time, although it isn't something. But that's supposed to be very big, imported. And I think it's carried over to phonograph records. I think that's why everybody's buying this English stuff. Say, want to see my imported record? I got it for only 98 cents.
Camel's real taste.
A little snob appeal.
Satisfies longer. Camel's real taste. Satisfies longer. Camel's real taste. Satisfies longer. The best taste you can get. You get tobacco taste. So rich and rare. A real taste. And that's really there. You get no fads, no fancy stuff. Real flavor with every puff. Tobacco tastes so rich and rare. A real taste that's really there. The best tobacco makes the best smoke. So get the Camel and try a real smoke. Have a Camel cigarette.
52 degrees downtown. The rain's falling. Forecast calls for rain right on through tomorrow. I'm sorry about that. But you'll have to direct your protest to the weatherman. Let's go to news time. Freddie and the Dreamers at our KYA's called Do the Freddie.
KY temperature 52 degrees. Good morning, Lamar Sherlock reporting the famed cable car should be back in business today after more than 3 weeks in the barn. The little car should be on the San Francisco hills in a few hours. The system had been closed for repairs to cable winding equipment that was installed 82 years ago. The system originally was the brainchild of an Englishman, Andrew Halliday. He and his father came to San Francisco in 1852 to dig for gold. Halliday invented the system to replace horse-drawn cars, then the city's main public transportation. I'll have more news in a moment.
You could win. Win big in the Flying A $250,000 Big League Sweepstakes. Grand prize, $10,000 in cash now. Plus, expense-paid trips to all 1965 World Series games for you and 5 friends as guests of Jerry Coleman, former Yankee great. Over 3,900 other prizes, too, including Ford Mustang convertibles, RCA television sets, Waltham wristwatches, portable transistor radios, complete sets of Baseball Hall of Fame statuettes. There's a new Flying A drawing every week for 6 weeks. Stop at your Flying A service station, fill out an entry blank. Nothing else to do or buy. You could win $10,000 cash and one of 3,900 other prizes. Enter the big Flying A $250,000 Big League Sweepstakes. See your Flying A dealer for full details today. You could win big with Flying A.
Avoid where prohibited or restricted by law. Negotiations to settle a strike of Boilermakers resume today in San Francisco. The Boilermakers on strike against or locked out at 53 plants, which are members of the California Metal Trades Association. As reported earlier this week by KYA labor correspondents, they rejected an employer offer to settle the dispute. Meanwhile, talks have also resumed in a strike of machinists against 100 metal trades plants. Little progress is reported. Final returns to KYA from San Rafael's municipal election shows insurance broker Paul Bettini won the race for mayor. Bettini tallied 4,158 votes, while Dr. Charles Abbey polled 2,937. Voters in the San Rafael Elementary School District failed to give the necessary two-thirds majority to an $850,000 school construction bond issue. Also rejected in Monday's election was a 50-cent increase in the elementary district's tax rate ceiling. In Sacramento, Governor Brown has appointed Ben Lehrer of San Francisco and John Beckett of Palo Alto to the Bay Area Transportation Study Commission. In the Southland, funeral services being held today in Los Angeles for David Bright, an industrialist and philanthropist who died Sunday in New York City. The San Francisco Ballet opened last night at the Lincoln Center in New York. It'll remain there through Sunday. Lou Christensen leads the oldest professional ballet company in the United States. In the past 2 years, the company has been presenting mostly works composed by Christensen himself. Mrs. William Crocker says she would find it difficult living on less than $12,500 a month. That's what she gets from the estate of her late multimillionaire financier husband. Mrs. Crocker was in a Redwood City court yesterday, fighting an effort by her two stepchildren to reduce the monthly sum. She said despite some changes in her expenditures, it still costs her about $9,000 a month to live. President Johnson used the words awful as he walked through tornado-battered South Bend, Indiana this morning. And the floods at St. Paul, Minnesota are the worst on record there. Early this morning, a report to KYA that about 8,000 Marines are now in Vietnam with the arrival today of 1,800 new men. More of the Gene Nelson Show in a moment.
KYA weather.
Occasional precipitation through tomorrow. High today 55 to 60. Low tonight 48 to 52. Southerly winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. 52 now in San Francisco. Oakland 51. San Rafael 50. And San Jose 57. Lamar Sherlock, KYA News.
You are listening to Radio KYA, the first word in news, the last word in music.
Good morning at 9:30 before 9. The Edward G. Nelson Show continues.
Some men climb a mountain, some men swim the sea, some men fly above the sky. They are what they must be. But baby, the rain must fall. Baby, the wind must blow. Wherever my heart leads me, baby, I must go. Baby, I must go. I do not love for silver. I do not love for gold. My heart is mine to give away. It never will be sold. So baby, the rain must fall. Baby, the wind must blow. Wherever my heart leads me, baby, I must go. Baby, I must go. I am not rich or famous, but who can ever tell? I don't know now what waits for me. Maybe heaven, maybe hell. Baby, the rain must fall. Baby, the wind must blow. Wherever my heart leads me, baby, I must go. Baby,
That's Glenn Yarbrough in our singing weather forecast for today, called Baby the Rain Must Fall. It's been number 2 on the survey for the last couple of weeks. Good record. 7 before 9. This is the Emperor G. Nelson Show on KYA for Wednesday morning, April 14th. It's showery, but at least it's the kind of rain where if you sit around long enough, the rain will stop, then you can get out and get to your car or wherever you want to run to before the rain starts again. That's better than a rain that just lasts for 24 hours. See, it's going to be occasional rain. with little 5-minute respites in between.
If you fly to New York frequently, you know there's always something different and exciting going on. And that's especially true right now. Over 27 new shows are opening on Broadway this season. Lincoln Center is lifting the curtain on a wonderfully broad choice of top plays, concerts, and ballet. Yes, there's a whole world of entertainment awaiting you in New York, and fabulous shopping, too. And this year, thanks to Delta Airlines, you can add a dash of Caribbean spice to your New York trip. Fly Delta's fabulous Jet Circle trip from San Francisco to New York via New Orleans, Jamaica, and San Juan, with stopovers where you wish. Good up to 30 days. You can enjoy all this for only $60 more than regular round-trip jet tourist fare to New York alone. The full fare is just $350. So don't miss Delta's 8,300-mile Jet Circle trip to New York for only $350. For full details, see your travel agent.
That's a very good price, let me tell you that. $350. That's less than it will cost you to just get out of the airport once you get to New York in tips. Now, for guys to carry your bags and the hack driver and all that stuff, it'll cost you more eventually. And, do go to New York and get that nice, warm New York hospitality. If you're a woman and you've got 2 big, heavy bags, maybe 3, and walk up to a cab and you put them down on the sidewalk and say, would you put those in the cab for me? And the cab driver will look at you and in that nice, soft-spoken New York voice say, hey, look, lady, I'm a hack. I ain't no porter. Lift them yourself. You want somebody to carry your luggage and whistle. It's 5 minutes before 9. They gave the Grammy Awards out last night. Where's my list of what got what? This record got a couple of awards. Number 1, it got a Grammy Award as Best Male Vocal Performance of the Year. Also, it got an award as the Best Song of the Year. Louis Armstrong and a Low Dolly. I'm glad to see him get another little statuette to put on his mantel plate. He's going to have to get a bigger mantel. 5 minutes before 9.
Hello, Dolly. This is Louis Dolly. It's so nice to have you back where you belong. You looking swell, Dolly. I can tell, Dolly. You still glowing, you still growing, you still going strong. I feel the room sway, but the band is playing one of our